is one of the fiercest and at times most controversial rivalries in all of college football. The two showcase programs from the state of Utah. This game has had its share of fights, it's had its share of feuds. At times it has been a figurative and near literal war. To most, something about it still feels holy. Glad to have you along from Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. It's the BYU Cougars and the Utah Utes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Rice-Eccles Stadium is nestled at the bottom of the Wasatch Mountains. This is a gorgeous college football season, but it has also seen a lot of great sports history. Home to the opening ceremonies for the 2002 Winter Olympics, it will host opening ceremonies again in 2034. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. One back in the backfield. He gets to carry. Got enough for the first. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Quarterback making adjustments. To the ground. He's got it again. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Dampier. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, you love to see this offensively. On the first drive of the game, your quarterback taking a shot down the middle of the defense, finding a guy for a big play.
The Utes with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Here's a heat. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
And the Utes are in the red zone. Easy. He wants to change this route. In the red area, it's Bray. Running through contact. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And they said to us in the meetings leading up to this football game, really wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, run the football. First drive, this is exactly what they're doing. They're getting what they want. This defense has to get better at the point of attack.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. A run for the quarterback. And he's in. Pounding his way in for the score. Touchdown, Utah!
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there.
Oh, they block it. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finished it off with the score from the 4.
Utah 6, BYU 0. Number 17, set to kick this one.
Starting in 1971, the Beehive Boot was established to determine the best team from the state of Utah. The boot itself, estimated to be well over 100 years old.
Man, this is one of the most physical college football games I think we see each and every year, Dave. And this game's been referred to the Holy War between BYU and Utah, but this game almost feels like an NFL matchup because of the size and the physicality these two teams play with.
And Jesse, that's a great breakdown, and I agree with the NFL talent and all that stuff, but let's get back to the boot. 100-year-old boot. Like, that's what the prize is. How bad do you think that thing smells?
Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge because play-action pass is a big part of what they try to do when they're throwing the ball.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Rides back to him on the ground. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And, man, you got to love when you got these big boys inside, these defensive tackles. That, by the way, when they keep the GPS stats on these guys, they can speed in a school zone. Like, they're moving that fast, and you can see it right there, starting to get to the perimeter, and he's running from the inside out. Flashes like a linebacker. Man, what a big, fast, physical human being.
And the third down pass is incomplete.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on third down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. And some room to work. There he goes! Breaks the tackle. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll keep it on the ground. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Looking downfield, it's Dampier. They've got the screen set up. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Well, it sets up 4th and short now early in the game, and this is now a massive decision for the head coach because it is early, and how aggressive are you willing to be? You could get this first down, pay it off, go score, create some incredible momentum, or you don't get it, it completely backfires, and now your opponents are literally knocking on the door.
Timeout called by the Utes. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. There's some room. The 40, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Utes! He got it loose, and it was lights out after that. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
And he tacks on the extra point.
Number 17. Set to advance on the play.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. This should be the last play of the quarter. On the run, it's Martin. Steamrolls his way ahead. Picks up the first down. He's running free down the middle. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Cougars! He would not be denied.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. When defense does their job, gets them the football back, they come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Quarterback may change this route. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He'll pull it down. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Well, they try to fake left and go bootleg right. Really nothing happening on that one. That doesn't mean they have to shelve that play, though. There's some window dressing you can add to that. Maybe get a tight end out in the flat. Maybe a receiver working an out-breaking route for you on the boundary. Give the quarterback somewhere to go with it if the defense is expecting him to keep the football running.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking for a gap. It's Bray. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Dropping back, it's Dampier. Under fire. Makes the grab on the shot. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The give, it's Bray. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The Utes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Just going to keep it after the snap. This clash dates all the way back to the late 1800s and is carried on through days of independence, changes in conference affiliation, but the constant is disdain and contempt for the other side.
You're right, Reese. It's pretty wild because the rivalry dates back to the same year the state of Utah was founded in 1896. That's how long these two teams have been going. This thing is historic, and every year, David, it's an incredible football game.
And I love what Reese said, too, though. They've changed conferences. They've been independent. Whatever it takes, they want to play each other because they want the
quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week, he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Making side adjustments here. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To throw, it's Bachmeier. Going for it all. Brings it down on the right side. Hits the crease. The 10. Touchdown, Cougars. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? Like quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be...
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 50. At the 30. He's at the 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah!
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the first half. That big, explosive play. That will do it. That will get you almost there. When you can hand it off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy, it's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They take over late in the half. Enough time to put together a drive. Looking for a crease. It's Martin. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. That's reeled in. It's Martin. Could not make his way to the corner.
And that's the beauty of playing zone coverage, man. Everybody has vision on the quarterback. So when he drops to throw and that ball comes out, you should break. As soon as his hand separates from the football, he does, sees the running back in the flat, runs up, and makes sure he gets no yards after that catch.
He's lucky that was a linebacker, not great hands. It's incomplete. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Parker. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll give it to Parker. He'll have enough for the first down. They'll maintain possession. We'll see if they're happy enough just to let the clock run out. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on first down. Going to take a shot. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hand.
Brings into the open. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with the USC Trojans taking on the number 23 team, the App State Mountaineers. And it's USC coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. The result today gets them back to 500. It's something they harped on in practice all week, and they will celebrate this one for at least 24 hours. Here are now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. That gives him 100 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. on the run. It's Martin. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They've got a little more work to do after that holding call. It's 2nd and long. Makes the grab. It's Bachmeier. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on 3rd down. Got the big tight end on the corner route.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. This is a designed run. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
Leaves it with the running back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finds him. Could be an alley. Got enough for the first. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going, and that's exactly how they start this half.
The throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They've got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Oh, better look out. They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. To the air. It's Bachmeier. Fires to the big fella. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
From the gun to give, looking for room. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Touchdown, Cougars. A great catch in the end zone. Timely decisions, effective play management helps them get in the end zone after that marathon drive.
And every time the offense needed a play, boom, they got it. I mean, you think about it. Whether it was a small run, small pass, whatever they needed, they got it done, and they popped it in for the score.
And the extra point puts them on top by one. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you needed some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Bring in the heat. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25 late in the season. Time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Looking to the big tight end. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And this defense comes up with a big play, and not just the break on the ball, the catch, nice hands in the INT, but taking it almost all the way back for a touchdown, and this offense licking their chops on the 1-yard line, ready to punch this in.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a first and goal. Now on the move. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Heftiness coming out on the goal line. They'll move the wide receiver. This quarterback part of their running game. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they make the tackle on the return. There is a penalty marker on the play, and they might be backing up a bit. And it'll be first down for this offense after the personal foul. Quarterback making checks. Scanning the field, it's Dampier. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Throws to the wideout, and he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
In this moment of the game, late, you need your quarterback to be playing his best football. This is when you...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Quick spin on the run. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. There's a reason you drag the record books to the recycle bin in a rivalry game. Upsets, and we've got one looming. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
That's a really good job by this defense, because second and short, a lot of times, you're thinking pass. You're thinking they're going to try to make that big play because they're set up in a good spot. They did a great job still getting penetration, shutting down the run. Now, third and short time. Probably expecting another run again. Who's going to be the most physical team?
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
And the Utes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Here's a give to Parker. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Dampier. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Utes! Put 6 on the board. The Utes punch them right back.
Yeah, to tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the fourth quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
They got the touchdown, but still a two-point conversion short of tying it up late. He'll set up to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and we are all tied up here in the fourth.
Number 17, sets it.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
On the run, it's Martin. And the defense drags him down.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your third down conversion in the midst of this. Trying to pick up a first down. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Here's a little room there. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the running back.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Six-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Timeout called by the Utes. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Knotted up. Is free football in the forecast, or can this offense win it here? On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. Turning it on. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Utah now calls a timeout. They'll have one left. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Now the Utes take a timeout and they don't have any more left. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. They go right back to him. Touchdown, BYU! And they've got the lead in the final minute. The Cougars with the immediate response.
And, man, this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there. Finish this thing off.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He's taking a deep shot. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
He might want another play. He'll throw on 3rd down. Rushes on him. Going to try to get it himself. He's got the first down and gets out of bounds. 22 kicks remain.
Well, you're trailing here in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're going to hurry up. Really nice job of awareness by the quarterback that time. Nothing open. You got to scramble. You got to go get the first down, yes, but also getting out of bounds and try and preserve as many seconds as you can on the clock.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the back. Pulls it in. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? It just feels like every time this QB has thrown the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage with the lead.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Coming out with the victory in the Holy War, it is the Cougars of BYU. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis.